Yes, we got yours, mate. We got yours right. But right, my DJs. Let's just get on the beats. Man like DJ Wide, the birthday boy inside. Trust me, check this tune out. Oh my gosh.
Notifications calling my name. I need a little space. Yeah. My mind been racing, hearts on replay.
Them vibes
deadlines chasing. I'm trying to escape, trying to breathe, but I'm
woke up this morning, feeling kinda blue. Lost in my thoughts, don't know what to do. I got bills to pay, gotta cash that check. Got my mind's in a fog, feeling like a wreck. Sunrise creeping through the blinds, but deep inside, darkness clouds my mind. I need that paper, gotta make it right. I got dreams to chase, but I hustle and grind. But in this morning haze, can't leave it all behind. Don't wanna check that watch, don't wanna look at the clock. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna wait, hold up, stop. I don't wanna check that watch. Don't wanna look.
Trust me, man's gone in on this one. Love this, mate. Absolutely wicked tune, mate. Wicked tune.
What the hell? Oh my God.
I'm trying to escape, trying to breathe, but I'm
woke up this morning, feeling kinda blue. Lost in my thoughts, don't know what to do. I got bills to pay, gotta cash that check. Got my mind's in a fog, feeling like a wreck. Sunrise creeping through the blinds, but deep inside, darkness clouds my mind. I need that paper, gotta make it right. I got dreams to chase, but I hustle and grind. But in this morning haze, can't leave it all behind. Don't wanna check that watch, don't wanna look at the clock. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna wait, hold up, stop. I don't wanna check that watch, don't wanna look at the clock. I just wanna vibe and pop. I just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop.
Wait, stop, hold up, wait. I'm gonna shake to the top. You've extinct in the music game. Too catch. I will show you that I have got to start. They make the ravers get a case, a adrenaline wash. It's due from what I bring. I know, ain't watching the clock. I am the clock. All I know, to get creative and sharp. If you only knew what's in store.
Don't wanna check that watch, don't wanna look at the clock. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna wait, hold up, stop. Don't wanna check that watch, don't wanna look at the clock. I just wanna vibe and pop. I just wanna vibe and pop. Just wanna vibe and pop.
vibing, let it all drop, feel
Trust me, mate, setting the scene, birthday boy business, absolutely wicked, like absolutely wicked. Welcome in, Jungle Rhythms. Hope you're feeling a bit better, mate. Man's that had a dodgy burger, you know. You know, one of them was. Fucking hell. But mate, Ride, shit, mate, you're on a proper vibe. You're on a vibe on this one. Imagine if Drill OG and Ride did a little collab on these, down these lines, you know what I mean? So this sounds wicked. Like the tonal balance, the production, everything is top. So whatever you're doing on this, that's you. Do you know what I mean? I can see I can see in the title you've got like IRC5. So maybe you're testing out the isotope, their newest algorithm. You know what? It isn't bad. You know that flipping auto release curve 5? I'm guessing that's where you've got it from anyway. It really does make things sound polished. It really does make things come together, and it will quickly identify problems in the mix. So if you are using that that flipping limiter from, or it's the maximizer really from isotope, then it's this one here, just so I can show you. So this one here, so there's this algorithm number 5, it's like the newest one, and I'm telling you, it does do a bit of magic. However, as I say, if you've got problems in the mix, it will identify it, because if you got too much bass, you will start going, oh, there's no more bass, like his bass has been like eaten and whatever. But you know, it really does do a good job. But if there's too much bass, then that limit, you know, that setting is going to make it sound crap. So you've done really well, mate. You've done really, really good for that. So the track called Vibe and Bop, it's absolutely wicked, mate. But in terms of like mono compatibility, it is a bit all over the shop. So I've put on an elliptical filter. Now, if we just press play without the elliptical filter, we're looking at the correlation meter here, and you can look at this correlation meter here. It's the same thing, but this is 2 different ways of looking at it. So we've got this one here, and then we've got this one. It looks a bit like Knight Rider, you know, on Kit. So check this.
Ain't watching the clock, I am the clock. All I know, to get creative and sharp. If you only knew what's in store. What to do.
So we can see it like there's a lot of movement here, and it's coming into some negative values. Now, if we was to make more bands, obviously it'll look worse than it is.
Ain't watching the clock, I am the clock. All I know, to get creative and sharp. If you only knew what's in.
But I just kind of look at it as like 4 or 5. The reason for this is you've got loads of stereo information, like loads. Digital, not so bad. It'll be fine for playing out, or whether streaming. It'll sound pretty cool in headphones, especially in a car. It will sound really, really good. But in terms of going to vinyl or vinyl compatibility, it probably won't cut very well as it stands. So let's play it in sides. All that bass. So I've put this elliptical filter on. Now let's play it back. So we can still hear the bass, but we haven't got the weight in like 30 or 40 hertz. So turn it bypass. So that's all it is really. That would be okay, like that would be a safe bet, but I'd probably want to still narrow it more, you know, just so there's no like any phase issues or anything like that. But guys, at the moment I'm beta testing this particular plugin, which I can't talk about, and it would be perfect to show you what it's for on this track, to do with imaging and sides and stuff like that. It's so sick. It's going to save me a lot of time in mastering, because obviously sometimes you get tracks which the sides is too powerful in the mids or too much at the tops, or you know, in this case, it's got too much lows, so we could really tighten that up. But then on the other hand, we have tracks where we get tracks sent in which need mastering, which they don't really have a lot of stereo imaging, and they could benefit. Not all tracks need it, but you know, there's little tricks you can do by using left or right EQ only. So you know how we have mid and sides, and a lot of people are like boosting the sides to bring out more stereo information, but if the stereo information is not there, then sides, it is no point in having it. So you can do these really old school tricks where you could push like left only, so you just get like a one band of EQ at say like 6k, and you boost it like 2 or 3 dB, and then you get another band right only and put it at like 8k, and then boost that 2 or 3 dB, and then all of a sudden you've offset the balance between left and right in the top end only, and you create this stereo image. It's a really cool natural way without having to cause any phase. But guys, sick Inadi game, love that tune, absolutely wicked. So happy birthday, mate. As I say, hope you have a good evening and good night and good morning where you're at wherever you may be. So yeah, the next track coming up inside the police, it's the one like Ionosphere, mate. I managed to drop it in last minute, you know what I mean, just came in. Impossible Gold, that's what we're rolling with, Impossible Gold. So check this out, peeps. And also, it's the first time I've even heard this, to be honest.
What if something took him?
We're on to something big. To know is one thing, but to believe is completely different.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible.
So you believe in aliens and stuff?
Her dad was the leader of that UFO cult.
I've spent my entire life searching for answers, and now I'm a bit afraid of what I'll find.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I've spent my entire life searching for answers, and now I'm a bit afraid of what I'll find.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's
Quit talking and start mixing.
Run the track.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Oh, mate, I don't know how you do it. I'd love to know what that app is because, trust me, not that I have a lot of time to sit there making beats, but I just think if it was on my phone, I could just jam for like 10-15 minutes and then just go back to it whenever. But I don't know. It's so sick, mate. And considering, I don't know, you either getting better using that app or the app's had a big update because the quality is really, really good, mate. So again, do it on the shitter, mate. Do you know what I mean? Is that what it's called? So, mate, you should be sponsored by them. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should just send these in and say, like, are you fucking hearing what's being made on this app? Sponsored by Onsphere. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, mate. So, again, I don't know if there's like built-in limiters or it's being limited or clipped within the program in itself, because you can see how lined off your track is. You can see how sausaged it is. Towards the end, you know, just the drums here. I don't know if it's the sample or whether like you've got compression within the program. But that just sounds really slammed there, like loads of compression going on. So I don't know if that's like something you've implemented or it's just that's the sound of the drums you're using, because that, you know what I mean, people nowadays it's tough to comment because you know, if you're using stuff off Splice, it tends to be super wide and out of phase. It's no joke, and it's no diss to like, you know, that platform, but these samples, man, are so really processed that then people then further process them, and then it just, don't know, just starts going weird. This is cool. I like all this. Really nice. Then the problem now is similar to Ride's tune. There's so much stereo bass. Look. So we'll play that on the correlation meter. I mean, this is an easy fix. Yeah, I can just get the elliptical filter from Rides and then we'll play it again with it on. See, he's tidied it up nicely. Yeah, it's really nice, mate. So the only other things that I would say is here, like, is you've got like a nice flutter delay. Probably throw some nice reverb on it so it feels more epic. You know what I mean? So it's deeper and bigger. And that fart bass as well, like, again, is too much stereo in the fart bass. Yeah, it might just be that loop, but it just feels like proper slammed on that. But yeah, absolutely wicked, mate. Again, layout, production, you know what I mean? Available for signing, you know what I mean? So, mate, I think that's an awesome track there. It's a shame, really, that Brent at Flipping Vinyl Fanatics saying, like, I don't know what he's doing, because he did say to me the one about doing digital later this year, or as in they're going to be doing digital releases, and I kind of said to him, well, why didn't you just make Eamon Brothers like digital only, or they had another sister label. So there was Vinyl Fanatics, which is purely for represses and re-releasing some old stuff, and then they had Eamon Brothers is like a side label, and I swear there was another one, can't remember, but yeah, really should be using them as the digital onlys. But Good to Go, no, that's Lee Crouch's record label. So you've got Good to Go, and then he does the Lathe Cuts, which is called Dubs to Go. But other than that, mate, it's sick in the game, mate. Really, really like it. So we're going to move on. We got a track called Stargate from the one like Scott Upsall, aka Wenlock. Trust me, let's get the limiter on this one, man. Taking it back today, people. We're raving on this. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Just hit me up, man. And we need to have a catch up. I know we've been saying it now for ages, but we will have a catch up. I promise. The limiter I've been rocking out lately, people. Elephant. I actually really like this plugin, to be honest. Oh gosh. That's it now. The train is going, people. Mad train. So big ups to whoever started that off. Shogo. Shogo Caesar's going in, mate. Mr. Anchovy, big ups. So hang on a minute, hang on. Jesus Christ, level 3, oh. Time to get the flipping glow sticks out, peeps. Yes. What we saying, man? Hope you're good, welcome in. Big ups for the train inside. Hype train business. Because I think we are today, we're a little hyped up, you know what I mean? It's these fizz sticks that my missus has been feeding me. Trust me. Mr. Anchovy, big in Addy game, mate. It was good to see you at the run out, bro. Train is some hype train that just pops up every now and then, and you just throw loads of bits and pieces as a donation on level 3. I think it's Wenlock's tune, to be honest. Intense Complex, welcome in. my days. Level 4 people, what's going on? Nearly there, nearly at level 5. What's going on?
Quit talking and start mixing.
Well, I tell you what, right? That was really nice. Wenlock's, it was like some story mode. Really, really nice. So, for me, it had that old school flavour, but it was also modern. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I know this is a big one. It was kind of like, you know, when Pendulum was coming with Another Planet and, you know, all the bits off what was the album called where they had everyone on there, you know, bits and pieces on that. You know, the hooks were really nice, really catchy, mate. You did some really good work on this. So the only thing that I was like pulling around at was around 300 hertz. And what I found was that scoop, I mean, this is across the whole tune and I just kind of did it very drastic to help pull it apart, but I think it's in the bass. I think it's more in the bass. Let me just get that, you know, the stem splitter thing. Stem EQ, that's the one. That's the one we want. So if we go to bass, let's turn this off a minute. Yeah, so what I would do, mate, on your bass line, I would cut out around 200 and 300. I mean, -2, -3, quite, you know, wide, a broad sort of dip. Just to sort of scoop out that bit and allow the kick to sit there a bit better. Do you know what I mean? Peeps, we've got a chest here. We're going to... Oh, we've opened up a new little emote That's pretty cool. So this is hit here, look. Nice. Hey. So big ups to everybody that contributed to that. The hype train. Yeah, much love. I love that. Love that. Nice one. So back. Setting that out. Right, so yeah, 200 to 300 hertz, mate. I would just drop the bass a little bit. Just carve it out because it'll let that kick sit there a bit nicer. It'll take away that boxiness in the bass. But what I would do is, you know, allow the kick just to sit there because it's got a quite old school kick. And that's it. Oh my days, look. We have made it, people. 600 followers. Grace. Honestly, it's all go in this stream. Jesus Christ. 600 followers. So big ups for the follow there. Much appreciated. Love that. Love that. So, late.
Quit talking and start mixing.
So, yeah, Mr. Anchovy, you just sort out whatever you got to sort out with Wenlock, and we'll get that nice and spicy. But, Scott, honestly, mate, it's wicked tune, man. It was nice that it weren't overcooked or overdriven. And as I say, the layout, the production of it is tidy. Just need to carve out that bass, as I say. So we're going to move on. We've got a track called Whispers by Nobody. So this is Mr. Nobody. As we do this.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
Hey, boom, now it's listen that tune that we play a while ago. Listen up, it's shot, and you are busting.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scoop and I'm bass done, yeah. With that, dap it up. Fat Man Scoop, bass done. That's kind of bass done. Everybody bass done. Everybody bass done.
You know it's rude to whisper, mate. welcome in Smokey X. A long time. Pure like late night skank on this one. And that's how he does it. So Mr. Nobody, track called Whispers. I like the theme. I like how, you know, it's all gone together with that. I think with the nature of this tune, like most of these sort of tunes, you could have stopped halfway, you know, like after the first drop, breakdown, then tune done, you know what I mean? Because that's practically how these tunes are nowadays, you know what I mean? Let me just sort that out. So really, this is the tune right here. This is a VIP mix, straight off the bat. I'd love to know what they're whispering about. You know what I mean? So it's a cool tune. I felt like it's one of those, you know, early morning skanking tunes. It's got that sort of mid 2000 vibe to it. But the raw break is what, you know what I mean, keeps it modern. So it has got a lot of depth. It's nice use of like reverb and stuff in there. It just needs, like, you know, in the top end, it just feels a bit smeary in the top end, and that might be because of the you know, the reverb and stuff. If you play it in mono, yeah. So you can hear the snare's got a lot of the reverb on it. So I mean, if you've got it across like a bus, then maybe take the snare out of that bus and just try and keep the snare a little drier compared to the rest. Because what's happening is the snare just feels a bit like smeared at the top end due to that. So what we're saying here, I'm trying to read what you lot are saying. You lot are having some mad conversations. Ain't even had chance to even check it. Cosmos inside the place. Welcome in my DJ. J. Okay, so Mr. Anchovy, you're saying it seems to me that all these tunes have a fat sausage look. Pure sausage in your face, mate. Well, I'm not making these do that. This is how they've been submitted. So obviously people are self-limiting or, you know, clipping and bringing them up to a playable standard. So, and it's not a bad thing, you know. I'd rather people do this so that we can hear them for where you're taking it. You know what I mean? See whereabouts you've got it at the current state. But whoever is Nobody Whispers, like, just reach out, just say yo. Right, so moving on, time to get strapped in. We've got mans like Domps inside. Yes, my selector injector. Right, London, it's your time, my DJ. Oh gosh. For those that just joined, It's DJ Ride's birthday, so a little happy birthday again. London's taking it back to Ron Jeremy.
Run the track.
Oh gosh.
Quit talking and start mixing.
Trust me, you knew exactly what was going to happen before it even played, before we even pressed play. Trust me, mate. I knew this was too calm. I knew for London this was just like, what you doing to me, man? I'm expecting like fucking War Hat, the lot, mate. I was in the bunker, waiting for them shells. Some bad man business. It is, this is the war. Not war face, this is the War Hat. fucking DJ inside the place.
Quit talking and start mixing.
London, trust me, mate. You've stumbled across something there, man. And to be fair, the track is under 6 minutes. I mean, oh no, it's not. It's 6. Oh, in fact, hang on. Let's see what we can do here. Quick little chop back. No, 6 minutes 15. Sorry, put it in the bin. Too long, mate. Now, honestly, this is trust me, mate. This is crazy. You had us all here, like on the edge of our seats. I'm telling you. One Jeremy business. I would try and scoop out some of the lows in this, like the kick and the snare, or just bits. Make it, because you got to think, like, if you was to mix this in, are you just going to strip the bottom end out anyway as you're mixing it in? Like, you just want that B line from the sample, but again, not too much. Just bring it up so you can hear the B line, but it's just not got as much weight to it, because it's intro, innit? See, when that B line drops there, even on my headphones, dead. Oh my god. Right, so I noticed this a lot, and the thing is, this is a big claim. I'm doing this again, like, this is a big claim, yeah? But if you was to style it out with the Amon in a slightly different way, this could be a nod to some of that old Dillinger stuff. And I know that's a big claim, but I'm saying, like, if you was to pitch that Amon up, and I swear me and we've spoke about this before, about, if the Amon was slightly up, it'd be this. And I just think that, I noticed the top end in the Amon is like super bright. It's like really, really bright. I'm like bringing this down like nearly 6 dB just to sort of compensate in tone. And then you've got that lower mids, which is really nice because it's got that squelchy sort of saturation. I really like it, but I softened it a bit to allow for the sub to sit there. But I reckon you would get a better result if the Amon was a few semitones up. It would just, I don't know, it would be less like, where are we? Hang on. So that's playing at the same speed, but I've just semi-toned it up, I think 2. And it just makes like the whole thing perceived a bit different. Yeah, I think you need to have a mess around with it there, because if we was to make the whole thing faster, guess what? It actually lands at 5 minutes 50, and that's brilliant. Under 6 minute mark. No, but mate, this is a wicked tune. I really, really like this, and I definitely think we should put it on the back burner and go back to it, style it out a bit more. But intense complex remix there, he just snuck it in, do you know what I mean? Just out of nowhere, just came in with his remix. So yeah, we will have a little discussion about that one, because quite like that. Other than that, yeah, we'll put that one to bed. So stepping up, stepping in. Now I heard this track not Sunday just gone, but the Sunday before. This is a wicked tune. This is a really nice tune. In fact, I heard an earlier version of it, and it's been slightly changed up now. This is a really good tune. just listen to it first. It still needs a little tightening up, but listen to this bad boy business.
Okay, we've had a problem here.
What the hell?
We've had a mayday protocol. Okay, stand by 13.
Jeez.
It inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth.
Jeez.
Okay, stand by 13. Hey, there's your ass. You see that tune that we played a while ago? Lift it up, it's shot. I knew about it.
I was going to say, if this one didn't get pulled up, then I was literally going to retire. That would have been it, mate.
Okay, stand by 13.
It inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth.
Okay, stand by 13.
So I think definitely this is by far Rhythm's best tune he's ever done. Like literally, when he played it, I just looked at him like, the fuck you been smoking? And I was even with Papa G on the Sunday, and even G was just like, fucking hell, mate. Like, yeah, go on, Rhythms. You know what I mean? So you've definitely found your feet there, but SRS, sorry, he was like a couple of jungle, Eamon edits and stuff. Might be a good call. Some pitching up and down. I like my pots and pans. I love the pitching up and down, but yeah, man, this is a bad man tune. It's sick. It's a sick tune, mate. So, I know we spoke. And yeah, it definitely needs some weight adding back into the low end of the bass. But again, it's minor. Do you know what I mean? Similar thing with the Eamon as to London's, where it's a bit pitchy. Well, not pitchy, but it's quite bright at that pitch. So yeah, just wanted to tame that down and just give it a little bit of a seesaw rebalance. And yeah, you're there, mate. And if you want to add some more feels or some Eamon edits, then yeah, man. But other than that, mate, awesome track. Got the wheel up. It didn't lag on. It sounded fucking great, mate. So Rhythms, well done, mate.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
So we got flipping man like SRS. You may know him as the man from Del Monte, the man from the other side of the pond, with a track called Ganja Crew. Ganja Crew, insane. Trust me. And we love the stereo bass. Look, so just before we dive in, the right side is full of bass. So I bet that does sound cool on headphones, cars and stuff, but mate, that would not go to vinyl. It would just die straight away. So we'll tidy that up. But listen, let's do this.
Bruh. Bad boy down. Big up all gangs of crew. Put your lighter in the air. On the opposite. Jungle we don't family we make it. Jungle we don't family we make it. Bad boy down. Leaving sound boys in the ground. Bad boy down.
I thought for 1 second there is a massive delay, but then there can't be a delay because I'm streaming and it's as if like you guys heard the drop before I did. Do you know what I mean? You lot was like, where's the reload? Where's the fucking reload, man? I'm like, it hasn't even dropped for me, so I don't know what you guys are listening to. Do you know what I mean? SRS. Fucking hell, my DJ. As we say, the new one, the war hat. Mr. Anchovy, you love that one. That's pin it, mate.
Put your lighter in the air.
Man, like Hazardous. Trust me, mate. It's been a fucking show and a half, this one, my D Jizzle. Yes, Flames After Dark, welcome in. Pure flames on this one, my DJ.
Put your lighter in the air. On the opposite, jungle we don't fumble, we make it. On the opposite.
Hold tight, man, like Hoodlum. Hold tight, man, like Jamie G. Hold tight, Papa Jizzle. SRS, do you want to fuck off now or do you want to fuck off later, mate? Because sick in Addy place, mate. There's, trust me, you've advanced from fucking Mr. Del Monte now. You know what I mean? Oh, mate, what's going on now? There's a next little thing going on. So honestly, if you've just joined us, yeah, you've missed a hype train. We've hit 600 followers. We've had fucking all sorts going off on this stream. It's been crazy. Trust me, you lot have been like, you've been asking for the rewind before the flipping tracks even drop, so you guys are way ahead, like in the future. But SRS, you know, everyone was loving that, everyone was feeling it. Big tune. Couple of things that I would suggest, is just a couple of bits and pieces, but I ain't going to be the killjoy, you know what I mean? But I would definitely, like this tune and the last tune that we played, like that's got to be lined up on the Compound Dubs, mate, because my days, Captain Birdseye inside. No, SRS is like, he's above Captain Birdseye, you know what I mean? Oh my god, we'll think that's, you know what I mean? So yeah, big love and respects there, mate. Like, but Mr. Jizzle, Mr. Papa G, like, trust me, mate, you need to watch this stream back, because the tunes on this show today has been flames. He's in the crow's nest. He's like, he's got the chef's kiss, you know, one of them. He's like, the chef's poking his head around, like giving him the chef's kiss. My days. Right, last track, and my god, you've got some work to do here, mate. You've heard what you've been up against, so we've got the last track. Oh my days, like literally, it's flown by, mate.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Last tune, man like Neil S. Time to be blessed in your string vest. I tell you what, G, I've been on that. I must have had 2 of them fizz sticks today, man. I'm flying. I'm with the fucking angels. You know, one of them. Wenlock's already there. Wants to wheel up already. Sorry, I'm like about 2 minutes behind in my own stream. Oh my god, I'll ring you at like 2 in the morning, mate.
Run the track! Quit talking and start mixing.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scooping Up Bass Dungeon with that. Dap it up.
Darkness threatens to death of death our world.
Riding, I'm on the horse. I was going to say, mate, that would have been it. My war hat would have just, that's it. It would have been a straw hat. Neil S. 26 Darkness. Is this forthcoming, mate? Is this forthcoming on the label? It's fucking bad, dad. Is that it? Is that all we've got? Because we've just done what happened, man? Like, trust me, how can it have just ended? We'll pull that one back. We'll come again on that one because there's no way that was 7 minutes. That's right, 7 minutes.
Quit talking and start mixing.
Darkness, reckons to death. Darkness, 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 darkness,
Come on then, let's see what the 8 ball says. The 8 ball says, never. Sorry mate, that's it. Never again. Mate, fucking hell man, it's a wicked tune. So there's just a couple of bits production wise, it's really nice. I would definitely say the second half needs to be the first half, and then you could, like, because the way I see it is you've got it in like 2 sections here. So you've got the intro, section 1, section 2, breakdown, section 1, section 2. You could definitely, I would definitely swap it out to keep that, because you say, oh, people would mix out too soon, but they won't, because they'll be too tuned in on all those breaks and all those choppage, you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely look into the drums here. So where was I? So on the drums, I just felt like, let's just take that back. It's like, at the moment, there's a lot of layers of drums, which is cool because it's just pure hectic. You know what I mean? I like it. But there's no, like, lower mids. So in some of the past tunes that we were playing, we were scooping out some of the low mids. In this case, the lower mids needs to come up. So, like, 200, 300. But you need to choose the right break. So that samurai style break where it's all ring-a-ding and everything, that's fine. Just keep that on high pass. And it sounds like you've got a combination of like the Lynn Collins break and then the Copter break as well, all like merged together. So I would probably try the Copter break and bring that up in the lower mids, because it needs some backbone. Because at the moment, you've got this super low bass that's drilling. It's like 30 hertz, mate. Like, it's super low. And like throughout, it sounds nice and smooth, but it just feels like there's a gap between that big fat bass and the low mids. And the low mids needs to come from the drums, because, you know what I mean? That's just how it will tie together. And then when you've got this Amon drop in now, I would lose a break. So come in with the Amon, but lose a break as like a call and response. Because it's not that it's getting like more and more hectic. It is. It's, you know, it is picking up. But I would definitely try and thin out, like maybe even drop that samurai break there. Let the Amon sort of be the forefront. See, all those edits, man, are fucking wicked. So, but other than that, mate, absolutely wicked. You know what I mean? Absolutely wicked stuff. So, Jesus Christ, I don't know where they came from. I think it's because it was on silent. But other than that, oh my days, people, thank you for submitting. Like, these were wicked tunes, wicked tunes. So get back on the buttons, people. We've got 1 or 2 tunes already lined up for the next show. Hopefully we can make it next week. You know what I mean? But for what date? What's the date? So whether it be next week or not, I don't know. Where are we? So yeah. So the 4th, if we don't see you next week, the 4th of May, May the 4th be with you. Trust me, people, we've got some Doms and Jumanji about to drop on the Compound Dubs, and we've only just started to, you know what I mean, put the teasers out there, and already the response we're getting is like, oh my days. So yeah, there's going to be limited copies on this, so you know what I mean, it's either get in or get out, really. Big ups everybody, absolutely wicked show as always. Really appreciate everybody, you know, hanging around, doing the thing. If anyone wants to quickly jump online and go live, then now's your chance to jump on and we'll raid into you. Right, so let's see who's online otherwise. In the meantime, we'll give you 5 minutes if anyone wants to just quickly step in. Trust me. Right then, people. Big ups Doms, big ups everybody inside. Wenlock, Drillo G, Rhythms, Papa G, Lund, oh fucking hell, everybody, Ride, everybody. And again, happy birthday, Ride, if you're still there, Madeej. Trust me, this will be uploaded tomorrow, so you can check it out tomorrow on the YouTube. Like and share, subscribe, all that crap, you know what I mean? Keep it going. So peeps, I'm going to raid out. I'm going to love you and leave you, but get on the beats, get on the buttons, and send some new bits. Peace.